DimeDropper fam, we're back. Second night in a row. Terrible loss last night to Miami. If you have not checked the vlog out, go check it out. Not enough views right now, guys. I'm surprised. It was a 1-point game, great atmosphere. Norman Powell's return. Should be tuning in. So tonight we got the Thunder, and Kawhi and Bradley Beal are being load managed. Now, of course, Kawhi apparently tweaked his ankle last night, so that makes me a little nervous. The Thunder are 7-0. So, I mean, we definitely aren't favored to win this game, and another loss tonight would be an under 500 record to start this season and would automatically destroy the goal that I set out for the team to at least win 7 of the first 10 games. So that's very disappointing if we don't accomplish that. We'll see. It's probably going to be like a ragtag starting lineup with like Chris Dunn and some folks tonight. So hopefully we get a little bit more contributions from some of those guys. I'm very interested to see how the Clipper crowd greets Isaiah Hartenstein and SGA after now that they've become champions. I'm still going to clap for them. They're still former Clippers in my eyes and did some great things for us, but we'll see. And also something else I'm going to do is I'm trying to try a new food item every night. So we've gotten the esquites down. I gave that a 9 out of 10. We got the Gillian Zucker cookie. I gave that a 7 out of 10. Tonight we're going for birria stack. So let's see how it goes. Let's see what the atmosphere is there tonight. It's an NBC Peacock game. So I think this is our second nationally televised game, and last week against the Warriors we laid an egg. So hopefully we do better tonight. We'll see about that though. Also, shout out to Fanatics for the starter jacket. I like it. I just don't like the back because it has that old logo that I hate on it, but it's pretty nice. It's good material. Got the Quentin Richardson jersey on tonight. Shout out to my boy JL3 that gave it to me, and of course the Dodger hat. I don't think I'm going to take the Dodger hat off for like another month. I mean, back to back, baby. You already know how it is. Check out the parade vlog and the celebration vlog on the channel. All right, birria stack. See how it tastes. Pretty good. Try to get into the thick of it more, but it's pretty good. It wasn't too greasy. I give it an 8 out of 10. I recommend, actually. Not gonna lie, I did not expect it to be that good. I heard mixed reviews. I like birria stack, honestly. Also, I'm gonna be on the radio with Adam tonight. First time on the radio, so that's an honor for me to be on Clippers radio. Dream come true. Shout out Adam. Nick, back at it again for another game.
Yeah.
Thoughts on last night's game? Pretty disappointing.
The officiating blew my mind. That was crazy. We couldn't get any calls. I don't know what's going on with the refs, but yeah, that was heartbreaking. I was happy to see Norman back, but the officiating was terrible.
How do you feel about these first 6 games? Off to a slightly disappointing start given the loss last night in the Utah game.
Yeah, we're not playing. I don't know if they're not gelling yet or what's going on, but we're not playing with the same energy. I know we had a rough start last season, but I get it. Like, Kawhi was out, things like that. James Harden was taking on a new role. But this year, like, we need to get it together. I know we got new guys on the team, but it's taking way too long for me.
How about tonight? No Kawhi, no Bradley Beal. Best team in the league, champions in town. Do you have any expectations, any chance we can get a win tonight?
Yeah, we're the Clippers. We're scrappy. We're going to figure it out. I think Chris Dunn is going to step up tonight. Derek Jones Jr., he's been doing a lot better with his three. So there's a chance. You got to believe. I believe.
Now, last question. How do you think SGA and Isaiah Hartenstein are going to be received? They've won a championship now, but they were very well-liked Clippers at the time.
I mean, you know us. We always ride for former Clippers. Like, even Paul George, we try to show him love, even though he wasn't appreciative. So we're going to always rep for our former guys.
Score prediction?
105, 108.
Clippers. There we go. Appreciate it.
No problem, my guy.
Hi, my man. What's your name?
Anthony.
Anthony? Said you're a listener?
Yeah, I'm a big time follower of you, man.
Aw, thanks.
Appreciate you. When I look at Clipper News, I kind of go to your page. Your page actually pops up first.
Oh, that's amazing.
That in, so that's a good thing. So I'm locked in with you. Locked in on Clippers, so let's get it, bro.
Appreciate that. How long you been a fan, bro?
Man, let me tell you this. Since 1985.
Wow.
So what happened was, as a kid at school, Michael Cage and Norm.
Michael Cage is in the building
Yeah,
tonight.
he came to my school and I won a raffle. So from there, I went to my very first Clipper game at the Sports Arena. After that, I became a Clipper fan. I was kind of conflict with Lakers and Clippers. But then in 1992, I was a fan of Ken Norman. I got season tickets at the Sports Arena again with Mark Jackson, Ken Norman, Danny Manning, the whole squad. 92, the riots happened. They had to play away in Utah, and they lost that series to Utah. but with Ron Harper on that team, Mark Jackson, that was a squad to remember. So I've been a fan for a very long time.
That is amazing. So you're a real OG fan.
Super OG.
So let me tell you, before I even ask you about this team, what do you think about this era of Clipper basketball? I mean, the Kawhi era.
So it's unfortunate because I have torn ACLs and I feel for Kawhi because I understand what knee injury is. So they're just giving him his time so he can actually be, the best he can be. But the era, the sit-out era is, I think for me, they're looking long-term so these guys can start walking again when they're older instead of limping around. Now, it's a badge of honor to play 82 games, but this is not the same era anymore. These guys are faster, bigger, and stronger, more athletic than it was back in the day. But they're not the same superstar status as, back in the day. It was like their icons were your icons.
Do you think that we have a window? Is the championship window still open, or are we just?
I always believe it's open. Okay. This is, to me, like one of the best windows. Steve Ballmer keeps it going, man, for some reason. Like, I've always thought they were going to lose it, and then they kind of regain it again, and then we're like kind of lose hope. We're very impatient as Clipper fans. We've been waiting for a long time. So, and we're always so close. I was just telling my son about Chris Paul gets hurt in the playoffs. Those are the best opportunities. Blake Griffin. So.
Thoughts on the first 6 games of the season? Disappointing loss last night to the Heat.
Very disappointing. But I'm very patient. They're playing around with the lineup. So I wish they stopped playing around and actually get to the point. Because it's very frustrating. You lose guys' confidence. So I want Bogdanovic to get his confidence back. They're trying to figure that out. Bradley Beal's getting his minutes again. But it's very disappointing because if they lose, they shouldn't lose.
Who do you want to be starting, ideally?
So I just discussed this. I'd rather, this is hard to say, I want Brook Lopez in.
Wow, over Zoo.
Zoo is amazing. I can't take that away from him. But I want Bradley Beal off the bench. I want Chris Dunn in for defense. There's too many stories.
Chris Dunn in for Beal?
Yes.
Okay.
I want Beal off the bench with Chris Paul. I want Nico in. I want
Nico in the starting lineup?
No. I want John Collins starting the lineup, and I want DJ in coming off the bench.
So Chris Dunn for Beal, John Collins in for
as a power forward, and then I want
for DJ.
Brook. I'm really not torn with Brook and Zoo, but I do like the spacing that they give Harden to drive the lane.
Give me a score prediction for tonight. Tough game. OKC got SGA and Hardenstein coming back.
Comes in. He's always motivated to play against his first team. I'm going to say it's going to be a defensive battle. I'm going to say 99 to 101.
Us?
Clippers.
Okay. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you for the support.
Jack, job for me, brother.
We're back.
We're back. Go Dodgers, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. How are we feeling about these first 6 games, man? A little disappointing, no?
It's disappointing, but it's a new team, so they need time to mesh a little bit, but Ty also is going to take that to the utmost. Like, he needs to do his testing and make sure that this, whatever lineup he's putting out there is going to fail or it's going to succeed. I wish it would fail a little bit quicker. He needs his 10-game sample size, though, so I don't. However, I've seen good little things. I didn't catch the Halloween game where the Kawhi hit game winner, so I don't know about that game. But last game, Beal started to look like he was driving to the paint. He was looking good. Defensively, he was putting effort in. I appreciate that. However, I think Chris Dunn needs to be in the starting lineup, baby.
Over
Beal. I think Beal needs to take advantage of the driving lanes that Brook Lopez is creating from being a 5-out.
Yeah.
And we don't have anyone on the second unit doing that. John Collins can't handle the ball at all. Chris Paul barely can handle the ball right now. No one respects his shot. He can't do anything.
So what's your ideal starting 5 then?
I've gone a couple back and forth a couple times, but I think it might be Harden, Chris Dunn, Kawhi, John Collins, Zoo. I feel like because Harden and John Collins have, I think Law said they have the best net rating for a duo on the team.
Okay.
So gotta make use of that. And I think Beal needs to be on the bench, getting mass ball handling duties.
I'm with you on that.
But there's all the pride. Like, yeah, we don't know if that's actually gonna happen. I have been inspired by his recent play though. So like I can see that vision, but I also like Ty needs to be doing mass like what's it called when you split up?
Staggering.
So much staggering.
Yeah.
It has to be mass staggering.
Give me a score prediction for tonight, man. SGA and Isaiah Hartenstein are old guys coming to town, undefeated.
I don't have that much hope for tonight. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray we catch this W tonight. But also last night, I fucking hated that Kawhi shot last night.
Yeah.
I don't care that he got it on the Halloween night. That was call the timeout, Ty. You're a good coach. You could go up against Spoelstra. You don't need to do that shit. Like fucking draw up a play. Let's get something going instead of like a fucking double contested three above the break. Like, come on, bro. We're better than that. Kawhi's better than that. Take advantage of Norm at least. Like, go in the paint. Go. He was working on the mid-range all game last game. And he doesn't go and make use of it at the end of the game. Seems like a foolish thing to do.
Appreciate it, bro. Hopefully we'll tap in post-game.
If we get to W, I'll be post-game.
There we go. Peacock leaf for Peacock. Or Peacock feather, I should say. Yeah! Wow. Week long. Yeah! He was on our team. Let's have a little bit more culture. I'm questioning if these people in the swell, like the new people, are actually Clipper fans. Because Isaiah Hartenstein and Shea should not be getting booed. At all. Hot start for James. He's got all 9. Yeah! Fuck you, Lou Dort. Dirty ass motherfucker. That's his second foul.
That is his second personal, third team foul.
Yeah, get him out the game. Lou Dort sucks. Miss Jake's on the halo.
$50 to the Clippers team store. You want to run it again? She says run it again. Stop. Oh, she says stop already. Oh, no! You lost everything you won, which was $50 to the Clippers team store. We're going to run it again. We got about 34 more seconds. Stop. She says stop. And you got an Olipop prize pack. Do you want to keep going? Let's keep going. 20 seconds. And that's all.
There we go.
To the Clippers team store, Olipop prize pack. You want to run it one more time or walk away with your prize? She's not a gambling woman. Missions, you are going home with $50 to the Clippers team store and an Olipop prize
Man,
pack.
we'll take that. Overall, though, great first quarter. You couldn't have asked for better in that first quarter. A lot of defensive guys out there holding him to under 40% shooting, no turnovers on our side, and I forgot the other thing. Oh, Lou Dort and SJ with 2 fouls. So, perfect first quarter. Can we keep it up for 3 more? That's the question. And of course, James Harden getting us off to a hot start with 17 in the first. Feels like a sellout tonight for sure. Some empty seats in the 300s as always, but really good atmosphere again tonight. Maybe even better than last night. I think the attendance has been really, I think it's a sellout tonight. Defense! Look at that block. Oh my God. Let me see his face. I ain't gonna chant free throw merch when we got James Harden on our fucking team. That's for sure.
Derrick Jones Jr. Second personal.
What?
Good shot, saves the line for 3.
Sean, so far, so good, surprisingly, without Kawhi and Brad Beal against the best team in the league.
I'm shocked, to say the least, to be 100% honest with you. I was not expecting this start. We start slow usually. James Harden had the best start of the year so far. Hopefully he continues, and it's looking good. I like it.
What stuck out from that first quarter? You know, why are we competing even with this shorthanded squad?
You know what's weird? I love the Clippers, but sometimes they play to the opponent's level, and you know, we had no effort against the Jazz, but it's like, okay, we're down two of our best players, you know, theoretically, Kawhi obviously and Beal, and then we're killing it. So I think they're just hyped for it, and I think that they're putting in the effort that shows it.
John Collins, 15 points at halftime. Thoughts on what he's done so far?
Killing it. He's bringing the effort. I love the fact that he's finally getting the time to show that, and hopefully he'll kind of get in Ty Lue's trust circle. He starts him more, or starts him first ever.
Now, last question. Are we winning this game tonight? It's going to take a lot these next 2 quarters. It's a championship team.
It takes the consistency. So if we stay consistent, we can definitely win this game, but we'll see.
Appreciate it, Sean.
Love you, man.
All right, Dirty.
What up?
Thoughts on this game so far, even without Kawhi Leonard against the defending champs? Clippers
I mean, they're fine. Clippers have their best player, James Harden. So that's all it needs. 20 points at half, right? 22 at half?
24 or 22?
22 at half. That's all we need, right? And we got Clippers plus 4.5 pregame, first half. We're good.
So, Clippers' best player, James Harden. That might piss some people off. What makes you say that?
First of all, he's more consistent. Shows up to games. Second of all, he has that step tween, cross tween, hezzy. Nobody else in the league has. What else does he have? He's just, 60, 10, and 10. No one else has done that besides Luka.
That was a long time ago, though.
What else? Pass the mic. He's getting pissed. No, get on.
He said trade.
We need a stretch big.
We have one.
Start Brook Lopez.
Really?
Bring John Collins off the bench. Straight.
John Collins is already coming off the bench.
Okay, we need to get rid of Zubac. He clogs the paint. We cannot do anything when the paint's clogged. He's literally a negative. He's been a negative for the last 6 years. Please trade it.
That's a ridiculous.
No, that's 100%.
Zoo, I'm a Laker fan, but Zoo gets double teamed every time he touches the ball.
Nobody guards the guy.
He gets double teamed every time he touches
clogs
it.
the paint every single time.
We got some more.
We need
more
to get
TV
rid
time.
of him.
We need Norman Powell back. We need Norman.
We need to start Brook Lopez.
You know,
That's all that matters.
All right, we'll see. Hey, we'll see what the fans think about that Brook Lopez take.
Yes.
Is Clippers going to pull this one out or no?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Shea's pretty quiet. We'll be all right.
Kirk, it's good to see you again. Is that a John Collins jersey?
Yes, sir.
15 points so far. Thoughts on his performance? He might have his highest scoring game as a Clipper tonight.
Generational game because Kawhi's out. So I got this to represent.
How do you like the performance so far without Kawhi? What's been working so far for us?
Well, feels lost. The team feels lost, I think. But hey, we're standing up against them pretty well. The transition back to defense is kind of slow, so that's where we've been getting killed.
Can we pull this game out and give the Thunder their first loss of the season?
Hell yeah, we can, man. Come on.
Good to see you, my guy. Spence, tough loss last night, but right now without Kawhi and Bradley Beal, we're hanging in there against the best team in the world.
Yes.
What's been working for us? Why has it been such a difference tonight?
I think there is more of an urgency. We still got a lot of work to do. We got to keep control of the ball. When Harden is running a high pick and roll, he can't, under any circumstances, hold on to the ball way too long. They're clamping up on him. They're increasing the double team, sometimes triple team, and recovering faster. And I think, at the end of the day, it's going to take a team dominant win to get this. So,
can we pull this off? This is going to be obviously a push in the second half from the Thunder. We know it's coming.
I think it will. We could come out with the win. It's just going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of gumption from the whole team. This is not going to be an individual win. And I'm looking for more from Zoo.
Yeah.
And I'm looking more from Chris Dunn.
There we go.
Chris Dunn is my sleeper.
Appreciate it, Spence. It's getting a bit nervy. Thunder shooting 46% from deep. Cut, Chris. No, he doesn't cut.
Go, come on.
Yeah!
2 minutes remaining. After 3/4.
Love him to death, but I don't know about Chris Paul anymore. When we're healthy, Bogey should play over him at this point. He's a net negative. He's a net negative. It's gone from bad to worse. We've turned the ball over too much. Now we're at 17 turnovers. And SJ's out of the game, and Chris Paul couldn't guard. It's just... They have two bigs into our one, and we're struggling. Outside Intuit Dome, where the Clippers have just gotten beaten up by the Thunder. Here with my boy Courtney. He's one of my high school friends. It's great to see you, my guy.
Good to see my
So let me know. You said it was your first time at Intuit, right?
Nah, this is my third time. It's my second time at a Clipper game. So yeah, it's funny within the same 2-week frame. I went to one last week or a couple days ago to see the Pelicans when they hit the buzzer beater, Kawhi. Yeah, so I was here for that one.
So what do you think of the stadium so far? And obviously the Clippers having their own home.
Hey, it's pretty beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. Compared to crypto, y'all got all the enhancements and everything. Everything look all fancy. Just walk through. Ain't gotta worry about concession people and all that. It's really cool breeze. As we were saying, walking up, the stadium's really built for basketball, how the dome is created. So I really fuck with that too. So really good environment for sports.
Clippers are 3-4 to start the season. They actually had much higher expectations than last year.
For sure.
What are your thoughts on this Clipper team so far?
I feel like y'all got a bit more depth this year, but it's something it's not clicking with y'all. I don't know what it is. I really can't say. Maybe I don't know if it's Kawhi doing the load management, PTO. I don't know.
This was his first missed game of the season, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Well, he was second of a back-to-back, but I think he sprained his ankle yesterday for a sec. But
Yeah, I know somebody saying the back-to-back thing, But shoot, I really don't know. I really feel other than maybe the Spurs, maybe the Lakers and a couple other, maybe one or two other Western teams, y'all really have a good chance. You guys were 5th seed last year.
Yeah, 5th seed.
I say y'all can be around the same realm, maybe a little bit higher, within 3 to 5 if y'all get it together for sure. So yeah.
Well, it's good to see you, my boy. I appreciate it as always.
Yes, sir. Always, brother.
Thank you, man. Outside Intuit Dome, where the Clippers have gotten blown out by the Thunder in the second half. Nick, it's good to see you again.
Great to see you, man.
We talked a lot during the playoffs last year. We had some high expectations for this Clipper team, and we have started the season 3-4. Give me your take on what we're doing right now.
With this particular game, I thought, obviously it's not all on Ty, but I thought the rotations were a little weird. We went with the bench a little too long. To start the fourth quarter, it was an 8-point game, and we rode the bench a little longer than I'm comfortable with. But yeah, I think Ty's trying to integrate guys. Bogey had a good game, but I think he might have rode him a little bit too long. I don't know. It's just it was a weird game, and you expect to lose a game like this with the Thunder being so good, but it's it makes you go back to the Jazz game and the Heat game yesterday that we should have won. It makes those games so much more important. So I don't know. It's been a weird start to the season for sure.
Chris Paul, we obviously were excited to have him back. He has looked really old and slow. What have you made of his start to the season, and also Ivica Zubac? There's been a lot of criticism of him, and honestly, rightfully so. Give me your thoughts on those two guys. How much have they been holding us back right now?
Yeah, with Chris, it sucks because when Harden goes to the bench, you can tell this team is really thirsty for just a competent ball handler. And so I understand why Ty's going with Chris, but his age is really starting to show. It really stood out to me when we were playing the Warriors. Chris got the ball stripped, Chris stripped the ball, took the ball to the floor, and then got blocked by Pajemski. 5 years ago, that's not happening. But his age, there's just moments where his age is really starting to show, and that ball security is not there anymore, at least not at a consistent level. You can't fault him that much. The guy's 40 plus, and it's great to see him in a Clippers jersey. But yeah, he's just limited with age. And then with Zoo, I'm seeing Zoo fall into these bad habits a little bit to start the season, where he's kind of playing for the officials. He'll throw the ball up looking for a call, doesn't get the call, and jogs back on defense and stuff. I want to see a more engaged Zoo, because obviously with the season that he had last year, we know that he can do it. But yeah, I haven't seen him as engaged maybe as maybe I would like. So
3-4, 2 bad losses, Miami and Utah. Are you worried at this point, or it's just still too early? Because we have a tougher schedule coming up.
It's a little bit early. I see a lot of people, on Twitter, and myself included at times, like getting off their hot takes and jumping to conclusion. It's still very early, and I think that we can take comfort in that as Clipper fans. But the problem that I find is like, in seasons past, the Clippers will get off to these slow starts and they'll have to play catch up. And I think that the regular season matters, and the games against the Jazz and the games against the Heat and games that we really should win, these games matter. And so, I just hope that the Clippers have it in them to make up for these games down the line, and I think that they do. But I think there's something to be said about coming out with the right attitude, and I just haven't seen that from the Clippers thus far.
Any starting lineup preference? There's a lot of talk about that.
I understand going with Beal and trying to integrate him in the lineup and stuff like that. I mean, he provides like a secondary ball handler and stuff like that. But I personally, if this Beal thing, continues to get off to a slow start, I would like to see John Collins integrated in the lineup, run DJ and John Collins, move Kawhi to the 2, just get some size, some athleticism, and see how Beal plays off the bench. I don't know. I think that would be my biggest adjustment, but we'll see. I trust Ty to a point, so.
Last thing, plug your own show real quick.
So me and my buddy Rolla have a show, have a podcast called the Clip Service Podcast. Give us a follow on Twitter, on Instagram, at Clip Service Pod. We're on streaming platforms. We're on YouTube. Kind of trying to make a name for ourselves. So we appreciate all the views and the subscriptions we can get. So appreciate that.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks. Good to see you, man.
Thanks, man.
Outside Intuit Dome, where the Clippers have just gotten beaten up in the second half by the Thunder. Derek, back here again after another loss, man. What you got for me?
Yeah, I'm really disappointed in how this game turned out. So much promise in the first half. I really thought, look, as a longtime Clipper fan, I'm used to losing, right? But I didn't like the way we lost this game. Something happened in that third quarter where we didn't close out on the three-point shooters, and that smoked us. And I was calling it from the swell. I'm like, somebody put a hand up. I don't know, man. I really hope Jeff Van Gundy, lays a belt on some master in practice, because that was unacceptable. I don't mind the shots going in, but I got to see them contest them. I got to see them rotate the defense, a little better.
Who's been disappointing you the most on defense? Because last year we were third in the league in defensive rating, and it's not carried over so far this season.
I think it's the system. I think it's just bad communication all around. Same with the communication on offense when somebody's has the ball and no one's calling out, hey, defender's coming on your backside or whatever. I think just communication all around. I don't know, man. I mean, look. I expected more from this. I didn't look. I don't think any of us expected us to win this game, but I was hoping for a little better effort in that second half, which is a major letdown.
You worried at all? 3-4 now, man.
Not yet. I'll let the Cards, play as they may, but yeah, this was just a bad game. Bad game.
Last question, CP3, Ivica Zubac, slow starts to the season. Anything for them?
I've already said my piece on the past two little pods with you about Zoo. There's a spark that's missing in him, man. I don't know. And CP3, I think he just has to get used to some of those pieces. It just seemed like there's, like I said, miscommunication. I don't think people know exactly what they're doing out there yet. I'll give it a couple more games.
There we go. Well, appreciate your thoughts as always, man. Thank you. Outside Intuit Dome, where the Clippers have just lost for a second straight night. I'm here with my cousin again. This time you were able to be, rooting for us to some degree.
I was.
What did you think of that performance?
It was a really good first quarter. I mean, you guys were up by 10 points in the first quarter. James Harden had, 15 or 17 points?
Yeah, 17.
Was shooting the deep ball very well. Great pick and roll with Kawhi Leonard out, load managing, which I think is ridiculous. But I understand not playing him in a back-to-back. But, yeah, offensively.
Did they say, did he sprain his ankle or something? Did they say sprain his ankle?
No, it said load management when I looked it up.
Okay, fair enough. I think it was both, but whatever. Anytime that Kawhi has a little injury, he's not going to play a second of a night of back-to-back anyway. But
offensively, I think you guys played well in the first quarter. This season thus far, in this short NBA season, you guys were ranked 28th in offensive rating. So for you guys to score 33 points in that first quarter, and the defense was playing very well. They held the Thunder, even though they're missing Jalen Williams, still they were 7-0, I think, before tonight. held them to 23 points in that first quarter. Like defensively, you guys were playing really well in the half court, and James Harden was spectacular in the first quarter. And then after that, you guys lost every single quarter, basically, right? So I think you were mentioning this with other interviews. Defensively, you guys were a better defensive team last year. Thus far, or so far this season, you guys have been pretty bad on the defensive end, in my opinion, as an outsider.
Yeah. Overall, any hope for this Clipper team? You think we can turn it around? It's early in the season, obviously, but we had higher expectations this season, and it's not looking very good right now.
Yeah, it's early on. I mean, like the Chicago Bulls and the Sixers in the East are like what, 5-1 each right now. Like that's just premature. Like the teams get hot, teams have slow starts in the beginning of the year. I think you guys can turn it around. I like John Collins. He looked pretty good off the bench tonight. Looked pretty efficient. Was leveraging his size. You guys desperately needed size while you added him. I just don't see you guys as contenders. The main reason is James Harden. He's not a real, I guess, superstar in the playoffs. He's a superstar in the regular season, but when the lights are the brightest, he doesn't really show up. I just see it hard for you guys to compete with the Thunder, who are now 8-0, even the Denver Nuggets, who have Jokic, who is probably always going to be a perpetual MVP candidate, and added Cam Johnson, Bruce Brown to that roster. I even think the Warriors, who now have my former favorite Heat player, Jimmy Butler, now, I think are a better team than you guys right now. But on paper, you guys have more depth and more talent, but I just don't see the Clippers being a true contender, in my opinion.
Oh, fair enough. I appreciate the thoughts as always. Good to see you. Thanks for coming down.
No problem.
Thank you. Thanks for. All right, Chris. Slow start to the season.
It's the 10:35 Alaska coming in from Seattle, going into LAX. Set your watch to it. Whenever I stroll out of an 8 p.m. game, there goes the 10:35 Alaska from Seattle into LAX. Okay, so the red flags need to be taken out because dropping 2 in a row at home, and yes, I know it was the champs, but tonight was the champs versus the Gramps, and our Gramps weren't fully available. No Bradley Beal, no Kawhi Leonard, which we know you're not going to get those guys on back-to-backs. James Harden's doing everything that he can. Chris Paul, another triple single, just not enough from CP3. Brook Lopez, I liked the 4 threes or whatever, but he looked sluggish out there. It was kind of embarrassing. Balls bouncing around. It was ugly. I love John Collins. Love Chris Dunn. Love James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and then Zubats. That's your 5 right there. Okay, so obviously maybe you can't start those 5, but these are the 5 core guys. Nobody else impresses me right now. No one else impresses me. That's a huge red flag. We need to have 7, 8 deep in the West.
Now let me ask you this, though. A lot has been made about Ivica Zubats in his start to the season. What do you make of that?
I don't know. I feel like Brook Lopez, you'd think, would alleviate all the heavy lifting from the rim protecting for him, and then obviously he spreads the floor. But so I thought, Brook Lopez is going to help this guy. But so far it hasn't helped. So I don't know what Zoo's problem is. I do predict him to come out of this because he just keeps getting better and better and better every single season. So he's going to get better.
And 3 and 4 start, losing to Utah, losing to Miami, those are the 2 disappointing losses.
Yes.
Are you worried about, with the schedule getting tougher, these losses coming back to bite us and us not being able to get the seed that we maybe want?
This does not look like a top 6 team, and the play-in terrifies me. When you play 5 out of 7 at home, you got to be over 500, and we're not. That's one of my many Clippers red flags right now, and it's a nautical flag because we are a Clipper ship. Look at that Clipper ship behind us. Look at that beautiful dome behind us. But tonight was ugly. It was a blowout. And that's my least favorite Clippers home game, is a good guys blowout loss. My favorite Clippers home game is a good guys blowout W. Because I'm a Clippers fan since 2002. Let's go Clips!
Appreciate the enthusiasm as always. Outside Intuit Dome, where the Clippers have just lost their 2nd straight game. We knew last night, losing that game against Miami, that it was likely going to be 2 L's. I like the way we competed in the first half, though. We had Chris Dunn, Derrick Jones Jr., and Nico in the starting lineup, and it gave us a little bit more defensive intensity and more point of attack guys. But It was those turnovers. In the first quarter, the key was we had no turnovers. We had 8 in the second quarter, and I believe 6 in the third quarter. And when you turn the ball over against OKC, it's over. And so to me, our ball security has not been good enough. James Harden slowed down. It was kind of reminiscent of the Warriors game where he started out really well in the first half, and then he kind of cooled down. They intensified their ball pressure, which is what OKC is known for these days. So, I mean, it's just a lot on James Harden's plate. Chris Paul, love him to death, has given us nothing to relieve James Harden. It almost makes me think that when everyone's healthy, Bogey should get more minutes than him. However, Bogey hasn't been very good, but in the first half, he was doing some better things on ball than Chris Paul, kind of actually getting in the paint, making some good reads and pick and roll. CP3 is looking like such a shell of himself. He never used to move without the ball, and now it's sticking out more because his on-ball stuff isn't good. He can't get by anybody. He can't stay in front of anybody. And he's not even really turning the corner well on pick and rolls. I thought the second a team will go drop coverage, you'll be able to get into his mid-range. He's not creating any separation whatsoever. And then Zoo, I thought tonight was going to be a night where we got a more aggressive Zoo, more intentional, getting the ball to Zoo. And it fell flat. We saw a little bit in the first quarter, but it's just not good enough, man. And there's no excuses for him anymore. Yeah, I like John Collins tonight. John Collins should be playing more. He gave us some good stuff on the roll. We're dumping it down to him. So I think one takeaway is that John should be playing more. But Chris Paul's not been good enough and Zoo's not been good enough. I don't know what else to say about it. Zoo needs to wake up. There's also just a lack of intention about getting him the ball, and we've talked about this for years. I thought this year would be a little different because of what he did last year, and we're still treating him like an afterthought. But he's also got to be more assertive. Anytime he's got a smaller guy on him in transition or on a switch, he's got to post up and demand the ball. And we're getting to the point where it's just, he's acting like a role player, so maybe that's all he is. We thought maybe he could be a star, and he's not looking anything like that. So I'm very disappointed in this start. It's only going to get harder after Game 10. I said 7-3 in the first 10 games. We needed to do that if we wanted a top 3 seed, and we have fumbled that colossally. Now, there is a lot of time left in the season, but we shall see. We just look very old. And, everybody knows how I feel. I'm truthfully kind of over this experience. I can't wait till we pivot to a new era, but I got to put up with it for another year. So, we'll see if we can get a top 4 seed and make it past the first round. I think that would be ideal, but, yeah, we'll see. Appreciate everybody. Like, subscribe, comment on these 2 videos. Let me know what you thought. Clipper Nation, it's a long season. I will see you on Saturday against the Suns. So, hopefully we go 2-0 against them.